We're down here at C4 headquarters with Greg Pavao. He's going to show us the new Mark Richards C4 SUP board.
This is the new MR model, 9.2 by 29.5 wide by 4 inches thick. Got a wing squash.
So what does that do, wing squash?
This is basically one of Mark's original designs from his professional surfing days. And you can see the concaves and the tail deck bottom. It's all set up with FCS 5 fin. This board, as of today, we just sold out. All of them got sold, so we already have to put in a new order for this.
So this is early February in case people are watching this later.
Yeah.
And then what's the deal on the design and stuff? Like what kind of size rider would ride this?
This one can average from 160 to, I would say 240 probably max. 29.5 by 4 has a lot of volume and a lot of width, so you'll be real stable. For a smaller guy, it'll be super stable, but it throws around really nice and loose. It's a very loose board, very controlled board, real fast. Rocker is just perfect. And this is all specs through Mark Richards himself. So it's an all-around board for pretty much even a recreational surfer that's just getting into it. You'll find how loose and fast and controllable this board is. So we have good reviews from all our buyers so far, and they're calling back and saying the board is fabulous.
So what kind of what type of conditions and what kind of rider would normally ride this?
Well, the more ultimate conditions you get them into, the more better performance you're gonna get. So I would say between solid 5 to 7 feet, 6 to 8 feet, perfect glass conditions, this board probably performs the best. We got a couple of riders that's riding it up in the North Shore right now. We had one of our first guys that bought it, surfed it on Lonnie's. He came on the west side, surfed it on the west side when it was about 10, 12 feet. So the board is fast. Really liked it. We got it set up for 5 fin. You can go with the quad setup or the 2+1.
So you're riding FCS?
Yes, all FCS.
On the quads. Okay. And when you guys gonna get more of these?
Probably in 90 days, which is pretty disappointing.
So beginning of summer.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
I think we should have had triple amount of these boards because the first batch just went within 3 days. These boards are gone. So you can see we got one that's already sold, this one's sold, and we got just one stuck in there for demo. So we got the demo, so if anybody wants to come in and try it, so 1 day rental, yeah? 1 day trial. We don't rent it out for any longer than that. Because we got too much people in line that wants to try it. All right. We're up with one of the next favorite boards that we're down to one left. This is called the 8.8 Micro Sub. 8'8" by 28 and 7/8 by 4 inches thick. This is also a quad setup or 2+1. 4 inches thick, nice rocker, perfect rocker. Maybe for your viewers it might look a little thick, but for somebody like my size, this is what I'm riding right now, the production model, and it feels incredibly stable. And it holds my weight. I'm 208 pounds, and it's like riding a small surfboard. And surprisingly, I've been performing very well with this board. It's kind of bringing me back into the days of small board surfing. Choppy water, caught Kona winds just the other day. Sloppy. I was the only one still standing on the board. Everybody was on their knees. And that kind of showed that how stable this board was.
That was a Makaha, right?
Yeah. This board is, I think right now, a lot of the guys that did rent the board, try it out, and that did pick it up, this is by far probably the best performing board out of the batch. And you can see the weight. This is probably 17 pounds. probably 18 and a half after padded. But this board is excellent. I just love this board.
This is your go-to board now,
Yeah.
even in big waves.
I surfed it when I was like 6 feet. It was kind of turned out a little super fast on the waves. It was kind of hard to control, but
6 feet Hawaiian or
yeah, 6
So
feet
double
wide.
overhead
it
kind.
was kind of juicy for this board, but was still controllable. I set it up with a 5-fin setup, quad with a little mini little scroll tail on the number 5. So it surfs unreal. Cutback snaps, just you can snap hard, slide, control. You get total control on the board. But I think one of the best things about it is you're surfing a small board with total control, and you're not out there on your knees trying to ride a small board. And if you can't stay on the line up on your feet, and you gotta sit down on the board and then stand up when the wave comes to you, that's, to me that looks kind of pathetic. So, this is the go-to board. 170 to 220 pounds, easily. This is also another new one. This is the 8.6. And this one's 8.6, similar width like the Micro SUP. So this is the 8.6 Battail Forward V.
going back to bat tail.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So what's the idea on a bat tail? What does that do?
There's certain surfers that kind of grew up surfing bat tails, like Dave Parmenter. He kind of knew this from back in California, and I surfed it a few times, but I just can't seem to feel it and find it as good as a lot of these other guys. Like Nolan Keolana, that's all he surfs is bat tail, and he kills it. So this is the new 8.6. This is also 28. I think this is almost 29. 29 by 4. Beautiful rocker, and this one also has a forward V. Nice little forward V up here on the nose.
What's that designed for? To help it plane? Help it to
Kind of helps
display?
the board to hold a straighter line, paddling into the wave.
Okay, so the only difference between these two
Between
is
this
the-
one and the 88 is, I think,
Okay.
the bottom of the tail, I think, has less V in this board compared to the 88. The 88 has a nicer concave and V in the tail. So I think the 88 feels a little more responsive.
just pure preference then, yeah?
Yeah. Some guys wouldn't even notice that, but some guys do.
Yeah.